most people they don't need to graduate logical school.
Right, right, right.
They need to be able to point out to their speaking partner, to point out this was false, the reasoning was false because this is that type of fallacy, and be able to explain the broad idea. You don't need to exactly point out like the Latin name
Right,
of.
right.
So yeah, so my game is going from that perspective. I'm not using any, like there's I'm not using like ad hominem. A lot of people use the term ad hominem, but even that is not in the game.
Mhm.
I think I use appeal to spite or something.
Mm.
So yeah, I try to use common words to be able to describe stuff.
I feel like that's one you could probably get away with because most people, I feel like, probably
Yeah,
heard that at least once.
yeah, of course, but it was like like it's to show you how much I tried
Right,
to
right.
not use that, because you don't know the other ones. Like some of them, like
No, I've
uh,
got a list open on Wikipedia right now.
yeah.
Argumentum ad baculum. I don't even know if I pronounced that correctly.
Okay, just imagine yourself in a discussion with someone, just telling them,
Ipsy
This is
dixit.
this is an argumentum ad bacanum."
Yeah.
It's not really telling of what's happening. Yeah, but even by doing all of this, so in the end I have 50 fallacies,
Mhm,
different fallacies. In the beta I had less, and
mhm.
some people pointed out some more interesting things to add. For instance, the fallacy
The
was
fallacy of
added.
what? What is
The
that one?
fallacy is when you use the fact that your um,
Ah, here we go. Argument from fallacy. Yep.
interlocutor is using a fallacy to tell them that they are wrong.
Uh-huh.
But you cannot tell them that they are wrong. You can only tell them that the reasoning is wrong.
Mhm. Yeah, this is one people really like to use on the internet. They just like to be like, logical fallacy. It's like, okay, can we have a conversation, please? Like, what are we doing right
Yeah.
now?
So, but even with 50 fallacies, a lot of them are subset of one another.
Mhm,
Like you have broad categories like generalization,
mhm,
and then you have generalization, biased generalization, hasty generalizations, stuff like that.
mhm.
So it was also hard in the game to be able to have them in. So I had to make sure that they will not show up at the same time in the possible answers,
Mhm.
um, so that it's not frustrating for you when you play to be able to have to choose between a category and a subset of this category as the two options,
Right,
because
right.
one is more specific than the other, but the two of them are true.
Mhm. Yeah, I could definitely see that being kind of annoying, especially if, like, yes, if you have like a deep knowledge of this, sure, you probably work it out. But if you're someone who is actually using this as a thing to like learn about these fallacies, you may not, again, understand those distinctions properly yet, and
Yeah,
properly be able to really work out what, especially work out what you're doing wrong, which would be more annoying, right? You
yeah.
think you've got the right answer, but it's like, oh, it's this other category, but in your head, they're the same thing. So putting, yeah, I see exactly what you're saying there.
That was one of the feedback I got from the beta. People were like, "What? Okay, you're telling me the answer was this, but then you go to the next question, and now I cannot really reflect on what's happening." So after each question, you're able to check the fallacy glossary, and I'm okay. This one I might have been a bit too ambitious with this one,
Hmm.
but I made a full 3D virtual
Oh,
book.
that's what the book is. Okay. Yeah.
So maybe you can check on.
Yeah,
I
I've
have
got the
a
trailer open on Steam right now.
okay. So the game. So you're playing the game. So it's at the beginning of the trailer. You're playing the game, and then at the end of the question, you can check the glossary, and it zooms out of the monitor.
I didn't notice the monitor part.
And you're now in a 3D environment
Uh-huh.
where there's a book on your desk that you can open, and yeah, the book is really
How does the book
detailed.
work? I'm actually curious from like a technical perspective how that actually functions. Because the computer screen part, that's fine. It's just you take the
Yeah,
2D image, you glue it onto a 3D model. Fine. But how does the book work?
yeah, the book was really fun to. Maybe we can circle back to the technical things for the book later.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Uh, yeah, because first I wanted to say that uh, about how did I decide on what topic to include in the game.
Mhm,
I I think it's really hard to learn about that stuff.
mhm,
Like I spent okay, I had a lot of resources about this in my bookmarks for years,
mhm.
and I was like, yeah, one day I'm going to go and check them out because I think it's really cool to help me think better and to help me when people try to. Can I swear here?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
People try to bullshit me, so
Mhm,
I can check that, but I never. I think a lot of people do that. They just have a bookmark with, "Hey, that seems cool." A
mhm.
list of 50 fallacies that people use, and I never checked it. So
Right.
when I at the beginning of the year, as I said, I was interested about that stuff. And I went and I checked everything
Mhm,
one by one, and it took me 1 or 2 days, like as if I was a student
mhm,
in like a year 3 degree on that topic, and information was not easy to ingest.
mhm.
Uh, it was written by people that were not debating day to day, that were studying text about that stuff all day long. When
Right.
you try to find fun ways to learn about that stuff, you have videos that sometimes good, but even those videos are like 1 hour long lists of yeah, or maybe I found like it's a really cool video of a teacher
Mhm.
just explaining that stuff to you, but again, it's 30 minutes for one fallacy, and it's like a lecture. So, and I was like, wait, isn't that supposed to be one of the main stuff people should be able to do, like
Mhm.
reasoning? Why is it so obfuscated or uh, in books, or
Mhm.
S- I think there's I saw one game on the trolley problem. There's one
Mm.
game on the trolley problem, and I think we need more games like that to explain and
Um,
um, make philosophical or logical topics more relevant and more easy to ingest.
mhm. Oh, I know. I think there's a couple of games on the trolley problem. I don't know which one you're specifically talking about, but
Yeah, I saw one, but I'm not sure which one might be. But yeah, that's the
yeah,
kind of
I remember
games
one that
we
like a
need.
lot of
Yeah.
streamers were playing not that long ago. But I'm blanking on which one it was. I'm sure someone's gonna know in the comments.
So yeah, so I think that's why. And some people did quizzes, like
Mhm,
you have quizzes online
mhm,
about all sort of stuff. But I think this one is the like I tried to give the level of polish that will make it um, so that you would want to go through it.